Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, they're on a collision course, guys. January 31st, New York. That city's not going to be the same after these guys get through with one another. It is going to be a fight for the ages. So this probably could be one of the most dangerous chess matches in boxing right now, guys. And somebody's undefeated aura is about to crack. And boy, wait till you hear what Lopez Sr. has to say, the father and trainer of Teofimo, sorry. Holy schmoly. You guys are in for a treat. So yeah, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, January 31st, New York City, guys. Yeah, this is real. Let's talk about it. So look, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Duality 7X. I'm your host, Shiraz. You guys know the drill. If you like and hear what you see, real fight talk, guys. Unfiltered, no bias, no BS, just straight to the point and serious conversations. Please smash a like and subscribe, like and share, and hit the bell notification so you guys never miss a beat. No fluff, no fake news, no fake hype, just real fight talk, guys. That's how we like it here. So let's get into this one because this matchup is a wild one and it's about to happen in the next couple weeks. So, it's official. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, January 31st, New York City. Holy man, Teo's putting his WBO junior welterweight title on the line. And Shakur's moving up, guys. Moving up to 140, trying to win a belt in his fourth weight class. Fourth weight class, guys. Let that sink in for a second. That alone tells you how confident Mr. Stevenson is. The fight's been probably one of the worst kept secrets for months, but now it's locked and loaded. It's ready to go, guys. And Eddie Hearn is busy. He's busy promoting this event. Ring Magazine, Riyadh season, backing it up, guys. We've got big money, big power people behind this fight, and it's going to be big business boxing. Just like how we all like it, right? So, why does this fight matter? Why is this so important? For Shakur, first of all, can elite defense still dominate while the opponent is explosive, unpredictable, and let's say dangerous like Teo? Like, look, this is a question that I know him and his camp, Shakur and his camp are talking about because Shakur's defense is like, it's next level, guys. And he knows. I mean, he's been dominating his opponents. This guy is so crafty. You know, he'll just catch you out of nowhere. When I talk about being unpredictable, he's very unpredictable. Very hard for fighters to figure him out. He's explosive when he needs to be, and he's very finesse. Like he's very cat-like, like ninja-like, And the other question, though, is will he bring that? Will he bring all those skill sets to the ring? Because here's the big thing. He's moving up another weight class. He's moving up to 140 to take on this fight, guys. So, anytime a fighter has to, cut weight, increase weight, it's a lot of burden. It's a lot of stress on the body. It's a huge, huge challenge in itself, right? And so he's going to be moving up to 140, and he's feeling pretty good about it, and he's excited. He's excited for the opportunity. He's excited for the challenge. And for Teofimo, well, Teo, which version of Teo is going to show up to this fight? A lot of people are asking. People are saying, is the Teo, a.k.a. the Lomachenko killer, going to be showing up, or the guy who lost focus against Kambosos? Now, Kambosos was a very interesting fight. Okay, here's a guy very unique, very unorthodox in his approach and in his skill sets. And, Teo went in there, looked like he had a strategy, but things are just kind of falling apart for Teo really, really quick. So this is the question that a lot of people have on their minds. Which version are we going to get of Mr. Lopez? And hopefully it's the version that's prepared and ready to go, locked and loaded, because Shakur Stevenson's going to be. So I want to be completely, brutally honest. Not that I haven't been honest with you guys so far, 100%, but this is important, guys, because Teo is either brilliant or he's chaotic. And sometimes he's both in the same round, which could also technically make him very unpredictable as well. And so there's been a lot of trash talk, guys, lots of mind games. Going on between these two young fighters, their camps, people around them, and of course the fans. Everybody's chiming in on this fight. So look, now the trash talk. Yeah, the trash talk is definitely up there, guys. All right, Teo's camp. Look, let me put it this way. Teo's camp is saying that we never lost to a southpaw ever. Okay, this is now, remember, these are things I'm saying that Teo's camp has been on record saying. Okay, they're saying that they never lost to a southpaw ever. All right, and Shakur he fired right back. He said, "I've never lost to an orthodox fighter. So what's different?" So it's weird because Teo is known as an orthodox fighter, but sometimes I find him very unorthodox in his approach, in his style. If you've watched Teo's fights, you guys will know what I'm saying. He changes his style a lot, and depending on who he fights, and I don't know if it's if he gets intimidated or if he just gets really high anxiety, perhaps he's just really excited, maybe, but he'll change his style. Which kind of changes the flow a little bit. And sometimes that inconsistency is not necessarily a positive thing. It could kind of backfire against Teo. He's got to be really careful about that. So orthodox, unorthodox, southpaw, at the end of the day, we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what these fighters are bringing to the ring and how they approach this fight. Because one thing's for certain, we're going to have one winner, one loser, and neither of these guys want to concede. Neither of these guys want to be on the losing end. Okay? So now right there, what I just talked about, how, Shakur, how Teo's camp is firing at Shakur, and Shakur is firing back at them, and the trash talk and stuff. Look, that just tells you right now that neither of these guys are intimidated at all. All right? Teo's dad, who I kind of alluded to earlier, and his trainer, his manager, Mr. Senior Lopez, was on the record saying that Shakur hasn't faced elite competition. Shakur saying that Lomachenko was frozen because he didn't throw punches. Now, look, I don't know. When I think about this trash talk and I think about the things that are being said, there has to be some fact checking as well too, right? But look, you know what? At the end of the day, obviously, Senior Lopez is going to be talking, in a different tune, a different light when it comes to his own son. So naturally, he's going to say things in a very positive fashion. But yeah, to be honest, Lomachenko was a very, very interesting fight, Teo ripped right through Lomachenko. Okay? And Shakur is saying that, Lomachenko was just frozen and, he didn't really move much and he didn't really throw any punches. So, yeah, naturally it was a very easy fight for Teo to win. Teo's dad is like, Shakur can say all that he wants because guess what? He's never faced elite competition like this before. So this is going to get really, really interesting, guys, right? Teo's dad actually said a lot of things, okay? Look, this isn't any kind of fake beef, between these two guys. These are two of the top elite fighters, in their sport, respectively, genuinely believing that they're better than the other. Okay, and naturally, anyone associated with these guys, their camp, the trainers, managers, promoters, people on their operations team, of course, their fans are all going to be singing the same song and drinking the same Kool-Aid. And that's just what happens in a fight, guys. These guys are going to bring their tribe, their opponent's going to bring their tribe, and at the end of the day, it's going to be settled right there in that ring. Okay? Right now, Shakur is the betting favorite around, 350, minus 350. So Teo is going to be going into this fight as the underdog. I think he kind of understands that as well too. And honestly, that's where I think this is where Teo kind of thrives. He likes to thrive outside of the spotlight. All right, I think he's going to try to make a statement. I think he feels being the underdog, there's pressure. 100% there's pressure, okay? Like we can't even fathom. But being the underdog, there's not as much pressure, okay, or expectations on an individual. Whereas if you were the betting favorite, there's a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. I mean, naturally, both of these fighters are going to be encompassing and being privy to a lot of noise, a lot of which will just be unnecessary noise, of course, and they're going to have to learn how to deal with it. These guys are good fighters. They're elite fighters. They've been around the block, so they know what to expect. But at the end of the day, somebody is going to lose. Who is it going to be? That's a $60,000 question, isn't it? Now, I truly feel that Shakur is the betting favorite, but in fights like this is where Teo's going to shine. Okay? He's going to come in as the underdog, and he's going to try to prove, and flip the script on everybody, including the fans, the boxing media, writers, all the people present. And essentially, both of these fighters are going to try to make a statement, and a very loud statement that they're hoping reverberates in their division, in their weight classes, and to other would-be potential opponents that are wanting to step up and fight these guys. So that could be confidence. It could be madness. It could be a combination of both, but we love it. And that's what happens at the end of the day. These guys are going to try to put on a show, and they're going to do everything they can to showcase the fact that these guys need to be the face of their division. Just remember, Dalton Smith, he just won. Dalton Smith came off an unbelievable victory over Mateus, and, he's now the new face of 140 pounds. There's going to be a lot of folks watching this fight. Adam Azim, who's who's a rising star as well too. He's kind of like in the rankings there as well too, in the middle of the pile. But here's a guy, Adam Azim, who's got a lot of talent, just needs some opportunity. So there's a lot of people who are going to be waiting in the wings, and very, very curious people to see what actually happens and comes out of this fight. So what if Shakur completely shuts down Teo, like Cole, just shuts him down altogether? That's essentially what that's going to do. That's going to elevate Shakur Stevenson to new heights, probably pound for pound conversations immediately. Like, people are not even going to debate the fact that they're just going to be like, pound for pound discussions, right there. Shakur needs to be up there, and guys, there's a lot of people. I think Lamont Roach also has indicated that he feels that this is Shakur Stevenson's fight to win. On the flip side, if Teo wins, suddenly we're talking Haney rematches, super fights, legacy redemption. There's a lot riding on this fight. There's a lot of big boxers, big fighters who are probably going to be part of some very serious discussions depending on the outcome of what happens. All right? And when I talk about super fights, guys, super fights are not that far off anymore. Now that you have big money in boxing, you've got Turkey Al Sheikh, Riyadh season, you've got Dana White now. Dana White with Zuffa Entertainment, and working closely with Turkey and working closely with Paramount and Nick Khan and TKO and all these guys. I mean, guys, there's a lot of there's a lot of money being thrown around right now, and with the big networks and especially Netflix and DAZN Boxing, I think there's going to be some exciting fights to come. Showtime's in there as well too. So look, all the promoters are working overtime right now to get their fights in place and get it in order. Right, the year just became. We're just in the beginning of the year of 2026. So we've got a long year ahead of us, and everybody is working hard to secure their calendar dates, because you can't have too many big fights close to one another. It just doesn't make sense. So everyone's jostling for prime calendar dates, right? So anyhow, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I think a lot of people are waiting for the outcome of this fight between Stevenson and Lopez to see how and what is going to happen. Okay, and don't be surprised if there's going to be a lot of big fighters who are going to be weighing in on this after this fight is done. This fight doesn't just crown, okay, look, you have to understand that there's a lot riding on this fight. Not just the bragging rights, being undefeated, but this fight doesn't just crown a champion. It's going to actually reshape the lightweight and junior welterweight picture as we know it. This is important. You guys have to understand. Shakur, for him to move up in this weight class, it's a huge undertaking, guys. Huge undertaking. But it's not one division that's affected. We've got multiple divisions that are affected and will be affected on the outcome of this fight. All right? So when I talk about how this fight could potentially reshape the lightweight and welterweight divisions, 100%, guys, it will. So my honest opinion is that this fight is closer than the odds are saying, because both of these guys are right up there when it comes to their skill levels. Yeah, different fighting styles, but it's going to be a very, very close fight. I don't think there's going to be too many errors that are going to be coming out of these fighters. They're going to fight a very near to perfect game. Now, of course, anything can happen in the sport of boxing. Somebody could slip on a banana peel in the middle of the ring. You lose your footing a little bit. You get caught with a couple real quick jabs, maybe a right and then another right and an overhand, and then it could be lights out, right? Or you get caught with a quick combo and you're done. So the fighter's going to be very, very tactical. They're going to be very strategic and very meticulous in their approach. They got to be extremely, extremely careful. The first couple rounds, guys, are going to be feeler rounds. They're going to just kind of feel out the opponent, try to get a better understanding in terms of the rhythm, the timing, and then once they kind of have an idea, they're going to recalibrate their style, and then it's on. And we're going to have an exciting match. I mean, I think we're going to have a boxing clinic. We're going to have some really good exchanges. This is going to be a war, guys. It's going to be a battle, okay? Shakur's skill set, guys, is so next level, it's not even funny, all right? Probably right now, I would say he's probably one of the most technical fighter, okay, in boxing right now. I mean, I would argue I'd put Jerome Boutsenis in there as well, too. But Teo's unpredictability, guys, I mean, he's the wild card in all this, really. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, if Teo can calm his nerves, calm his anger, and if he tries to keep with the strategy, the game plan that he's going to bring into the ring, if he could remain calm, disciplined, I mean, this could get dangerous very, very fast. Okay? If Shakur Shakur's going to probably have to try to control the distance. He's going to have to be measured with his punches, his throws. Again, it's going to be a lot of calculations, guys. These guys aren't just going to come in there and wing it and just start throwing bombs. It doesn't work that way, especially in these guys' weight classes. These guys are tactical fighters, and everything is done with meticulous precision. Okay, so be entertained. If you guys want to be entertained, you will be entertained. Try not to take any bathroom fights in between. During the rounds. Save that for in between rounds, or when you're loading up your nachos or heating up your food or whatever it is that you want to do in between rounds. Because guys, as soon as that bell rings, round after round, all the way till the end of the round, it's just going to be nothing but chaos. It's going to, in a good way. All right. So this is my prediction. This is must watch boxing. I can't wait. I can't wait for this fight. All right. So I want to hear from you guys. Who do you got? You got Shakur Stevenson, say by decision maybe, or do you think he's gonna win by KO? Right? Do you think it's gonna go the distance? Do you think Lopez perhaps will shock the world again? Lopez has done it before, guys. Why can't he do it again? Right? What kind of a Lopez are we gonna get? Are we gonna get somebody who's disciplined and, firing with a calculated, meticulous type of tactical approach, or are we gonna get a wild card in there? So I want to hear your thoughts and comments, guys. Please put them down, and I read all your comments. I want to see the debate. I want to see the conversations. If you guys enjoy real fight talk and real breakdowns like this, please smash a like and subscribe. Join us here on Duality 7X. Let's keep the conversation going, guys. We're 2 weeks out for probably one of the most incredible fights yet to come. And, this is how we want to set off the year, okay? Can you imagine what we're in store for the rest of the year? It's going to be absolutely incredible, guys. Is it going to be Lopez? Is it going to be Shakur Stevenson? Please, I want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. The pleasure is all mine. I look forward to catching you guys on the next one.